And so a few days ago, the Oklahoma State House met to discuss the controversial bill, House Bill 1549, which would prohibit anyone from seeking an abortion in the case of a genetic abnormality. So this would mean that if the infant was diagnosed with a disease like Down syndrome or anything like that, the woman wouldn't be allowed to have an abortion. So, and then this bill would penalize doctors for performing abortions because of Down syndrome or other abnormalities, and that the doctor's medical licenses would be suspended or revoked, and they would face steep fines: $10,000 for the first violation, $50,000 for the second, and then $100,000 for the third and succeeding violations. And then so the Oklahoma State House Representative George Faught defended this bill, and he was criticized by other Democrats for not making an exception in cases of rape or incest. And so he says that even in pregnancies that result from rape or incest, God can bring beauty from the ashes. And then so State House Democrat Corey Williams asked Faught whether rape or incest is the will of God. And then so Faught says, well, if you read the Bible, there's actually a couple of circumstances where that happened, and the Lord uses all circumstances. I mean, you can get on that path, but it's a reality, unfortunately. And then so he added that rape and incest have nothing to do with this legislation, and so he was pressured more to answer this question whether or not he thinks rape and incest are the will of God. And so George Faught basically just dodges this question and then responds saying, it's a great question to ask, and obviously if it happens in someone's life, it may not be the best thing that ever happened. And so I believe that religion shouldn't really be a part of lawmaking, and that religious beliefs should be set aside and not be used in debate over a law like this. And there should be a separation between church and state, but unfortunately religion does come up a lot of times in discussions and debates of laws like these, and it especially happens from like Christian Republicans trying to use their religious beliefs when they're making their argument. And so this bill passed overwhelmingly in the Oklahoma House, but it still has to pass in the Senate, which is apparently a lot more liberal than the House. So this bill is unlikely to pass in Oklahoma, but it's just crazy that there are politicians like George Faught that are making arguments like this.